Welcome back to Central News. A one-day conference to promote and enhance ways to build Māori capacity and capability will be held in Mount Maunganui at the end of the month. Raywin Bennett tells Central News more. Raywin, tell us about this Māori-led conference. Where did the idea come from?
Well, actually it came from two of the iwi in Tauranga Moana. They made submissions to councils, I don't know if it was our annual plan some time ago, or our 10-year plan, saying that this would be helpful to them to get good information on certain issues. Took us a while, but we got there in responding to their request.
And I understand this is the first for one of these types of conferences?
It's the first, yes. It's first in Tauranga, and not the Bay so much because Rotorua and you've got the Whare Wānanga and Whakatane, and they have similar conferences, but first definitely for Tauranga and first by the Bay of Plenty Regional Council. And
you're hoping for it to continue annually?
Hopefully it's annually, but it might have to be every 2 years, yes.
So what is the overall purpose of it?
Well, the purpose is really the Local Government Act and the Resource Management Act refer to developing Māori capability, and the purpose is to address that issue. And the issue in this case is about having good information, up-to-date information, so that when iwi Māori make decisions, they're making informed decisions.
So how are you encouraging and inspiring the Māori community to build capability and capacity?
Well, mostly by responding to their requests. They identify what they think council can provide, and council has a look to see if they can and responds that way.
And why is it important for the Māori community to have access to this type of conference?
Well, I think it just makes it easier for everybody, the whole community, if people are well informed on issues, so that in any relationship, you know, whether it's Māori, anybody else in the community, if we all start from the same point, it helps the process, and especially with resource management issues like water, which is a big issue these days. If we're all starting with the same information, well, getting to an agreement that suits people is easier achieved, really.
And what are some of the topics that will be discussed at the conference?
Well, it's really exciting. It's really exciting. We've got the Y262 claim, the judge for that. He's going to be referring to that claim, the settlement, which is about Indigenous biodiversity, really. There's a local government reform happening. Well, it's ongoing, and there's constitutional reform happening, so we've got someone speaking on that from Anne Sullivan, I think it is, from Auckland Uni. So we have those sorts of, we've got water and rights to water, and this lady is has spoken on that issue with Indigenous peoples around the world. And then we've got Ngāi Tahu, for instance. Ngāi Tahu are a settled iwi, in other words, they've settled their claims, and they can share their information of their experiences and their economic development achievements. So we're covering the four well-beings there.
So there are definitely lots of things being covered.
It's really exciting.
So what sort of feedback has there been from the community so far about this Māori-led conference at the end of October?
First thing has been, oh, is there a cost? You know, and we've had to say, no, you're lucky, first and first served. But immense interest. It's really exciting. Yes, and all the speakers that we invited accepted, and none of them are charging fees, you know, and so, you know, that helps too.
Do you think that there's excitement amongst the community because they're wanting or needing something like this? They're feeling the need for it?
Yes, we've had that from all of them, saying, oh, thank goodness it's something that I can go to. These sorts of conferences are usually held in Wellington or Auckland, you know, the bigger conferences, and they're just beyond the means of ordinary people, so yeah, they're really looking forward to it.
So how are you expecting this to benefit not only the Māori community but the wider Bay of Plenty community as well?
Well, I think these topics are helpful to anybody. So you know, there's been interest expressed by a lot of people. The topics are contemporary topics, and information on them has always been developed, you know, so people just want access to that recent information.
So the conference is coming up at the end of October, and it's a first in, first served basis.
Yes.
So how do people go about getting their name down to be at the conference?
Well, they have to go to our regional council website, and then they'll see information there about the conference and how to register.
And lastly, is there anything else that you'd like to add about the conference?
I'm just so excited about it, that's all. Yes. And come back and see us, or come to the conference yourself.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for having us here today and telling us all about the Māori-led conference.
Thank you.
The conference takes place on the 31st of October. If you want to find out more, contact the Bay of Plenty Regional Council. After the break, there is a bit of an upmarket in the cargo shed, helping those in Cambodia.